The year is 1917. Despite the United States' neutrality in European affairs, they had been supplying Great Britain with strategic materials. However, Germany, having been cut off by the British blockade from their overseas sources of materials, decided to declare that they would try to sink any vessels should they be found within the war zone, whether it's from a neutral nation or not. President Woodrow Wilson recognized this as a direct risk to American ships, which resulted in him asking Congress to declare war against Germany. This war declaration caused a wave of patriotic feeling amongst the population. People would show their support by joining community defense organizations, the American Red Cross, or by enlisting in the military. During the war, Washington State would benefit economically with the newly built military post Camp Lewis thriving. When thousands of war workers moved to Seattle and Tacoma, the rents rose and contributed to labor unions and workers from a variety of sectors pressing for higher wages. In the University of Washington, 30% of the student body, which was about 600 men, enlisted in the military. The president of the University of Washington, Henry Suzzallo, would remove the head of the German department because he had given a speech opposing the entry into the war several months prior. He would also request the Secret Service to, quote, watch all men in the German department and all members of German birth or descent, and he did all this to show his patriotism. A group of people would call themselves the Minutemen, and with the endorsements of the Seattle mayor and the police chief, they would organize to stop people from opposing the war. In their eyes, opposing the war was unpatriotic, and they would put their efforts towards targeting pacifists, labor leaders, and political radicals. One notable act by them was when they caused the dismissal of 6 teachers for, quote, failing to impress patriotism on their students as required by the school code. The Minutemen were one of many in Washington who would embrace patriotism and take it to an extreme. Within the population, some enlisted in the military, some wanted their German members to be under surveillance, and some even got others fired for simply not being patriotic enough. Through the actions of the Washington population, we observe how people will react to joining the war, and the lengths to which they will go to display their support for their nation.